Hi, my name's Angela McCausland. I am a running coach. I'm also a runner, and this year it's either my 15th or 16th Bath Half, I can't remember. And I'm pretty certain that for the last 8 years of those, I've done it with Bath Rugby Foundation.
Hi, my name's Jack Hill. I'm the Community Liaison Officer for Bath Rugby Foundation, and this is my first ever marathon/run. And I'm really keen to find out more from Angela. So Angela, I'm not really a runner, okay? I've not really done this before. At the moment I can run about 2 kilometres without stopping, but we're in December. What should I be doing? Where should I be at?
Okay, well, first of all, fantastic that you've started your training, because a lot of people leave it until January. So that's really good. So we can all give you a tick for that.
Brilliant.
2 kilometres, yeah. People have this sort of thought process that they must be doing this amount of running or this. I would say at this stage, as a new runner, running regularly and getting into a habit and a routine is actually the best place to be. And when I mean regularly, I don't mean every day. How many times are you running at the moment a week, would you say?
It's fairly irregular, to be honest, but maybe once every week or so.
Once a week. Okay, so I'd start increasing that to twice a week. You don't really need to be running as a beginner more than 3 times a week.
Okay, reassuring though, because maybe 5 days a week is a bit unobtainable.
Yeah, if you were running your 15th half marathon and wanting to do it in a world record time, the answer would be different. But as a beginner, you don't want to be doing too much.
Okay, why should I sort of pitch it 3 days a week?
A half marathon training program usually would consist of a long run, which is your longest training run in the week,
Okay.
and then 2 other runs. Again, talking as a beginner, if you were more experienced, maybe 3 other runs.
Sure.
Now that long run is going to take more of a toll on your body than the other 2. So what day would you do your long training run?
Probably a Wednesday.
Okay, so for example with you, do your long training run on a Wednesday, have no running on Thursday and Friday, let your body recover, do another short run on Saturday, and another short run on Monday.
Okay.
So you get sort of 2 days off after your long run, and then a day off in between.
Okay, perfect. No, thank you, that's really helpful. And then what about like the Christmas break and stuff, with obviously eating all the Christmas foods, I do like to indulge.
Well, okay. First of all, don't feel guilty for overindulging.
Brilliant.
One of the great things about being an endurance runner is that carbohydrates are your friend. So roast potatoes, stuffing, mince pies, not all at once, obviously. So don't be too hard on yourself on Christmas Day, and eat the food, because if you start withdrawing the good stuff this early on, then by the time we get to March, it's a long time.
Okay.
So, but that doesn't mean to say eat like that all of the time.
Sure.
Just be kind to yourself when you are training. Personally, I quite like cold roast potatoes for running fuel, but that's me, I'm a bit odd. So the one thing I like to do around about this time of year, certainly before you break up for the holidays at the end of work, is set yourself a mini goal by the end of the year. So for me, I have a mini goal that is I want to run a distance run by the 31st of December.
Okay, nice.
So I sort of do it between Christmas and New Year.
All right. What would a good sort of goal be for me if I'm doing about 2K at a time, sort of weekly?
What have we got? About 3 more weeks of the year.
Yeah.
So remember I talked about the long run. That's your sort of bread and butter of half marathon training. You don't want to be increasing that long run by too much each week. The rule of thumb is 10%.
Okay.
Either distance or time. So if you've done 2K, maybe next week, or maybe this week, 2.25K, the week after 2.5K, the week after 3K.
Okay.
Maybe by the end of the year you could say, I'd like to run a continuous 3 to 3.5K.
Yeah,
run.
okay, that's great.
So it's attainable, but not a big jump in, you don't want to get injured.
No, that's perfect. Thank you so much.